Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna dive deep into the mysterious state of Wyoming, where it seems like nobody wants to live. I mean, seriously, have you ever wondered why it's so sparsely populated? Stick around as we uncover the secrets behind this enigma. So Wyoming, also known as the Cowboy State, is famous for its stunning landscapes and natural beauty. But here's the thing. Despite all its charm, it's got a really low population. In this video, we're gonna explore the reasons why nobody seems to want to call Wyoming home. Let's jump right into it. Number 1. The vast landscapes. Okay, let's start with the obvious. Wyoming's got some jaw-dropping landscapes. We're talking majestic mountains, sprawling plains, and pristine national parks. But guess what? These natural wonders actually contribute to the state's low population. The rugged terrain and harsh climate make it a real challenge for people to settle down and build communities. Wyoming is like a paradise for nature lovers. From the towering Teton Range to the mind-blowing Yellowstone National Park, this state has it all. But as incredible as these landscapes are, they can be a bit of a buzzkill when it comes to attracting a big population. You see, the mountains, valleys, and vast stretches of uninhabitable land make it a real pain to develop infrastructure and establish thriving communities. Plus, Wyoming holds the title for being the least densely populated state in the country, with only about 2.9 people per square mile. Yeah, you heard that right. The state's vastness combined with its challenging terrain makes it pretty tough for folks to live close to each other. So, if you're someone who craves that interconnected, socially vibrant community, Wyoming might not be your cup of tea. Number 2. Harsh weather conditions. Now, let's talk about Wyoming's weather. Buckle up, folks, cause it's a wild ride. The state experiences long, cold winters with heavy snowfall and fierce winds. And summers, oh boy, they can be scorching hot and bone dry. These extreme weather patterns make daily life a real struggle, which is why many people opt for more hospitable regions to settle down. Wyoming's climate is a force to be reckoned with. It's like Mother Nature decided to crank up the dial on unpredictability. You've got sub-zero winters, blistering summers, snowstorms, blizzards, you name it. And all of this makes travel and outdoor activities a major challenge. Seriously, you gotta be tough and prepared to face the elements in Wyoming. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Wyoming ranks high on the list for average snowfall. Number 3. Lack of economic opportunities. Now let's talk jobs and moolah. Wyoming's economy relies heavily on agriculture, energy, and tourism. While these industries provide jobs, they often require specialized skills and knowledge. If you don't have that expertise, well, good luck finding suitable employment. It's no wonder many folks choose to seek better job prospects in other states. Agriculture has always been a big deal in Wyoming. The state's vast open spaces and fertile lands are perfect for cattle ranching and farming. But here's the catch. The agricultural sector demands significant investments, specialized knowledge, and a deep understanding of Wyoming's unique climate and terrain. That means there aren't too many jobs available for folks without a background in agriculture. Another pillar of Wyoming's economy is energy production. It's a leading producer of coal, natural gas, and uranium, which brings in some serious cash. However, the energy industry can be unpredictable. Fluctuating demand, environmental concerns, and regulatory changes can make job opportunities in the sector quite unstable. Not exactly ideal if you're looking for a stable and fulfilling career. According to the Wyoming Department of Workforce Services, The state's unemployment rate in 2021 stood at 4.3%, slightly higher than the national average. While it's still relatively low compared to other states, the limited job market and lack of diverse economic opportunities can make it a real challenge for folks to find their dream job in Wyoming. Number 4. Limited infrastructure. Let's talk about convenience, or the lack thereof. Wyoming has a vast land area, but when it comes to developed transportation networks, like highways and public transportation, it's a bit lacking. Access to healthcare, education, and other essential services can also be limited, especially in remote areas. So, if you're all about convenience, you might have a tough time in Wyoming. Wyoming's huge size and low population density make building and maintaining an extensive transportation network a real challenge. Sure, you've got major highways connecting Wyoming to neighboring states, but within the state, it can be a different story, especially in remote areas. Commuting, daily travel, and access to goods and services? Let's just say it can be a bit tricky. And speaking of public transportation, well, it's not exactly extensive. While there are some bus services available, they don't cover the entire state comprehensively. So, if you're not keen on owning a car or prefer alternative modes of transportation, you might feel a bit stranded. Access to healthcare services can also be a concern, especially in rural areas. Wyoming has a shortage of healthcare professionals, including doctors and specialists. That means limited healthcare options and long travel distances for medical care. Not exactly convenient, right? It's especially tough for folks with chronic conditions or those in need of specialized care. The education scene in Wyoming faces challenges too. With its low population and vast territory, the number of educational institutions, including universities and colleges, is relatively limited compared to more densely populated states. So if you're looking to pursue higher education without having to relocate, it might be a bit tough finding local opportunities in Wyoming. Number 5. Distance to major urban centers. Alright, let's talk about feeling connected. Wyoming's geographical location plays a role in its low population. The state is relatively isolated, with considerable distances between major urban centers. So if you're someone who craves easy access to amenities, cultural activities, and a diverse social environment, you might find Wyoming a bit too remote. Wyoming's largest city, Cheyenne, has a population of around 65,000 people. Yeah, it's the least populous state capital in the United States. The distance between major urban centers in Wyoming adds to that sense of isolation and limits the availability of diverse social and cultural experiences. Not exactly ideal if you're craving that vibrant and interconnected community vibe. Sure, Cheyenne might have more urban amenities compared to other parts of the state, but the overall distance between major urban centers remains a challenge. For example, the distance between Cheyenne and Casper, the second largest city in Wyoming, is over 180 miles. That means people in more rural areas might have to travel long distances to access essential services, cultural events, and job opportunities. It can be a bit of a bummer if you're looking for a more bustling and happening environment. And let's not forget the proximity to major metropolitan areas outside of Wyoming. The state is located in a relatively remote region, far from major urban centers like Denver, Colorado, and Salt Lake City, Utah. Being closer to these larger cities means more diverse economic opportunities and a wider range of amenities. It's no wonder many folks choose to settle in those urban areas instead of Wyoming. Number 6. Historical factors. Before we wrap things up, let's take a step back and consider the historical factors that have shaped Wyoming's population patterns. This state has a rich history tied to the expansion of the American frontier. with a legacy of cowboy culture and Wild West legends. But here's the thing, as the West was settled, pioneers seeking new opportunities found fertile lands in states like California and Oregon more attractive. So Wyoming kinda got bypassed, resulting in a smaller population compared to other Western states. Back in the late 19th century, Wyoming played a crucial role in the development of the United States, especially with the growth of the railroad industry. But as the railroad lines expanded further westward, Wyoming's importance as a transportation hub diminished. It didn't experience the same population boom as other areas. Moreover, Wyoming's history as a frontier state has contributed to a population composition that's predominantly rural. Ranching and agricultural communities form the backbone of Wyoming's early settlement, and they've maintained that rural character over time. The culture and economic legacy of this rural lifestyle continues to shape Wyoming's population dynamics today. And that's a wrap on our exploration of why nobody seems to live in Wyoming. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more captivating content. And as always, let us know in the comments if there are any other mysteries you'd like us to explore. Until next time, stay curious and keep on exploring.